All right, we are about to rock on with some multi-step inequalities. Now, we're going to go over a little bit of interval notation right here. All right. Now, when you see parentheses in interval notation, it means not included or open. It's like an open circle, and we call this the friend zone. Dun, dun, dun. All right. This means, now a bracket means included or closed. And this, I called that this was dating. All right, now, for your multi-step inequalities, they work very similar to your multi-step equations. So we are going to distribute right here. So we have 4x plus 3. Oh, no, it's not 3 because we got to actually multiply 3 and 4 to get 12. Negative 24. All right, so we're going to subtract 12 from each side. $4x is greater than negative 36. We're going to divide by 4. And we are going to get, if I can make this happen, x is greater than negative 9. All right, so for our graph, negative 9 would go here. This is negative 8, and this is negative 10. All right, there's not a line up underneath it. So it's an open circle. X is greater than. That means it goes all the way over here. Now, for interval notation, think about it. Interval notation is like bookends, okay? So as we read this graph from left, from left to right, then that means that we have a negative 9 with a parenthesis because it's an open circle, friend zone. All right, now this goes on all the way to infinity. Now, think about it. Can you include infinity? Is infinity one certain number? That's a no. So it gets a parenthesis. All right. Now, let's look at number 2. I'm just going to leave this x right here. All right. I would kind of treat this as a negative 3. That way it kind of helps out with everything we're doing. So we're going to get negative 3x. Then negative 6 is greater than 4. So we're going to add 6 to both sides. And also, I should have done this right here. I've got to combine these like terms. So this gives me negative 2x is greater than, and then 10. Kind of went a little bit faster. It's okay. We can fix it. Negative 2, negative 2. Now, because I divided by a negative, I am going to have to flip this sign. Remember, when you multiply or divide by a negative, you got to change the sign. So, we go right here. Negative 5, negative 4, negative 6. Again, there's not a line up underneath it. That's an open circle. All right. X is less than. That means it's going to go to the left. All the way to where? Negative infinity. All right. So for our interval notation, yeah, my face is covering up, but it's okay. It's okay. All right. On the left-hand bookend, is negative infinity. Goes all the way to negative infinity. Then it comes to negative 5, stops. That's it. Okay. This is what usually people have questions with. That's okay. But if you do the graph first and think about it as bookends, you usually will do quite well. All right. Moving on. So this is 7x. This is minus 2x. This is plus 8, less than or equal to negative 2. All right. So 7x minus 2x, this gives us 5x plus 8, less than or equal to negative 2. So we have 5x is less than or equal to negative 10. Now, when I divide by this 5, I'm going to get a negative number as my solution. That does not mean that I changed the sign. I did not divide by a negative. All right. Nope, that's not 5. All I did was subtract. I got to divide. Whoop, there we go. All right. So we got -2 right here. We get -1. We get -3. I'm not going to put any other numbers because I don't want to. All right. So we're going to do a closed circle because there's a line underneath. That means it's included. X is less than. So it goes all the way this way. So very similar to what we just had. This is -infinity to -2. And then there's a bracket because there's a closed circle. All right, this time, -8x plus 8 minus x less than or equal to -28. Woo, a lot going on. All right, so we're going to combine like terms first. This becomes a -9x plus 8 less than or equal to -28. Minus 8, minus 8. -9x less than or equal to -36. Divide by -9, divide by -9. All right, so just for right now, I'm actually going to write my inequality up here on top. Now, 36 divided by -9 is a 4. We divided by a negative, so we got to flip that sign. All right, so I have 4, 5, and 3. So 3, 4, 5, just like you count, hopefully, you know. All right, closed circle. X is greater. All the numbers greater are to the right. By the way, if you hadn't figured it out, the way I do move my head is opposite the way it's recording, so it's throwing me off a little bit. All right. So my bookend on the right-hand side is a 4. And it goes to infinity, again with parentheses. Perfect. All right. Now, I don't know if you remember in Unit 1 when we did stuff with equations, we moved stuff to the left. And this is why. Because we have so many people, but my teacher said we did this. If you go to the left, it should kind of help you. All right, so I'm going to add this 2x to both sides. So we have 8x plus 1 less than 9. Now we're going to subtract the 1. 8x less than 8. So 4, I get x is less than 1. All right, so 0, 1, 2. Open circle to the left. That means on the far left of this graph is -infinity. And when we stop to the right, we have 1. Ka-child. All right. This one, let's move it to the left. So this gives us a -3x minus 1 less than or equal to 20. Add 1, add 1. -3x less than or equal to 21. -3, -3. All right, I divided by a negative. So what should happen? This inequality sign should flip. Okay, so here I have a -7. So -7, -6, and -8. All right, now this is just how I do it. All right, with the number lines. It's crazy. I know it's kind of like my hair today. It's so humid and just crazy. All right, so we have a closed circle. We're going to the right. That means our bracket has -7 to infinity, and we cannot include infinity. Okay, it's not a set number. It's a symbol of representation of numbers. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to write 3 down, and I'm going to kind of mark it out because I'm going to distribute this negative, and it changes it, the signs. Equal to 34 minus 6x. So I'm going to combine like terms. That's these two. So 3 plus 7 is 10. minus 2x less than or equal to 34 minus 6x. All right, so now I'm going to add that 6x to both sides because remember I want stuff to the left. Okay, add 6x, add 6x. So I have 10 plus 4x less than or equal to 34. I'm going to subtract the 10. 4x less than or equal to 24. All right, so I didn't divide by a negative or anything. For my inequality, I'm going to write it up here because this helps me. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, close circle. X is less than, so you got it. All right, that means we go to negative infinity. Remember, as we grade from left to right, and we go to 6, and we stop, it gets a bracket because it's included. All right, now, woo, got lots happening here. 3x, negative 6, and this tag this long, minus 3x, 2x plus 18. All right, combining like terms. Well, like terms right here are negative 3x gives us negative 6x. Rock on. Move everything to the left. All right, what's about to happen? I'm dividing by a negative. I got to flip that sign. So I get x is greater than negative 3. So negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. All right, open circle, not included. Recognized, but not included. Friend zone. All right, so this time we're going to go to the right. So as we read this from left to right, this goes from negative 3 with a parenthesis all the way to infinity and beyond. All right. So 5x, I'm going to kind of cover this up now because that will help me. I got to distribute minus 3x minus 18 greater than or equal to, holy smokes. We got another negative, so we're going to, then we got an 8 minus x plus 7. Wow, what's going on? All right, so I'm going to combine like terms on this side. This gives me 2x minus 18 greater than or equal to. All right, over here, I'm going to combine these two. This gives us 15 minus x. Then I'm going to add x to both sides. 3x minus 18 greater than or equal to 15. Add 18. Wow, wow, wow. 3x is greater than or equal to 33. Divide by 3, divide by 3. Now, x is going to be greater than or equal to 11. You know, because like when you listen to music, you don't crank it up to 10, you crank it up to 11. Okay, so this is an open circle. All right, it's greater than, so it's going to go again to the right. So as we read, this is a bracket and positive infinity with a parenthesis. All right, last one. Going to crank this out. Changing the sign. Minus 2. So we're going to combine like terms. So I got to combine here. Minus 5x minus 3 greater than. All right, our like terms over here are these people. All right, I'm going to move everything to the left. gives me negative x minus 3 greater than 6. Add 3, add 3. Negative x is greater than 9. Now, I got to divide by negative 1, or I can multiply. It doesn't matter. Okay? And I end up getting x is less than negative 9. So negative 8, negative 9, negative 10. Open circle going to the left. So this goes from negative infinity to negative 9. All right. So basically, that's what it is. We're just adding a few little things to it. Nothing much. New thing is being, flipping the sign when multiply or divide by negative, and also the interval notation. All right. Rock on.